If you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So, for those of you who are getting into the swing of things in the new year, maybe you're noticing that some things from the old year, from the previous year, are still chugging along, still carrying along, whether they are habits that you've been trying to kick, habits that you've been trying to let go of, or maybe you've been noticing that no matter how hard you try, the old version of you still seems to be weighing you down. So today's pod is all about making space, and let's spend a little bit of time together talking about three things. Two of them are about letting go, and one is about letting in. So the first thing, of course, is that when we talk about letting go, we're talking about letting go of space. Maybe you're at a point in your life, whether that be in a relationship, whether that is in the context of a job or a business that you're running, and especially as healers and coaches and seekers for that matter. This is that time of the year where it's almost like at a global level, we are all pushing to let go and let in. So the first thing to keep in mind is to let go of space, and might be a good time as any, to do that audit, right? To literally check in with yourself and really ask yourself those important questions. Um, is the space that you're in, is that serving you? And if it isn't, maybe now is that time to let go of it. um, or maybe not just letting go, but sometimes it's also about redesigning the space. So something to consider, that when we talk about letting go, it's an easier way to get our attention. So the first thing, as I said, is to let go of space. The second thing is to let go of things. Now, what inspired today's pod was, I just got a new desk shelf, and so as I was setting up that desk shelf, um, there was a glass, I guess you could call it a glass bowl, that had been, for whatever reason, I had somehow not let go of these chits that I had written over probably 2 or 3 years ago, when I was doing one of these processes where you write down things that you want to let go of, and typically what we do is we burn them almost in a ceremonial way. But for some reason, I had been holding on to these chits that were written, these little pieces of paper. I had written in them, and I had put them in this glass bowl. And this glass bowl obviously had survived all these years. But even as I was, resetting my table, the one thing that came to me was that you know this bowl, it felt like this bowl was on its way out. And usually when I get this kind of a premonition, either I just let it go, or I actually take steps, and in this case, I could have moved it away, but I didn't. And so as I continued to work on resetting the wires and redoing the cabling, in that moment, at just the right time, the glass bowl crashed and broke. And so, this definitely is a reminder to me that sometimes we need that extra little nudge so that we can let go. And as human beings, and especially because we live now in the cities, there is a higher tendency for us to hold on to things. So, obviously, what I'm saying here is that maybe now is that time to let go of things, so that obviously you're making space. And that is, of course, the theme for today's pod. So, just another reminder that as you let go of space and you let go of things, it's also a way of allowing in new beginnings. So, this is the third thing to consider. even as I'm reflecting on life and what I've experienced, not just today, but on an ongoing basis as we continue to grow as human beings. This is something to really think about. That would you be willing to allow new beginnings? As always, these pods are made in service of you and with the intention that you are reminded to keep showing up, and especially as a healer, as a coach, your work is too important to let go of. In that sense, to just literally, when I say let go, I mean literally just show up. Right? When you show up, that is really when you let go and you let magic happen. I've seen it over and over again in our own community. And so for me, this is a reminder that this work that we're doing is really, really of relevance. And, the more we do this, the more we're able to make shifts in the lives of many. So, as always, I truly appreciate you and I see you. And want to remind you that as this year starts to pick up steam, you're really important, and just keep showing up because that is what makes all the difference. Having said all of that, of course, as always, remember to live your purpose. God bless, and of course, I will see you in the next one. Take care.